Here's Keshav Taneja. He has just failed his physics test and he plays Shape of You during his English presentation. He wants to get into Cal, but now it seems like these are his dreams only.
Born on August 12, 1887, in Vienna, Austria, Erwin Schrodinger was a theoretical physicist and a scholar who came up with a groundbreaking wave equation for electron movements. He was awarded the 1933 Nobel Prize in Physics, and he later became a director at Ireland's Institute for Advanced Studies. A published author with works like What is Life? A question I've personally been trying to answer all my life. He died on January 4th, 1961, in his home city of Vienna, Austria.
One of Schrodinger's famous inventions was the box, where he invented a state of a cat that was both dead and alive in a box. Until the box was actually opened, the cat existed both in a state of life and death.
The school system, it's flawed. SAT, AP Comp Sci, why does it matter?
Keshav, you need the Schrodinger's box. This box will make your grades uncertain. You won't know if you failed. You won't know if you did good.
So I can
All your
get into
problems will be
Harvard?
solved. Yes, you can. If you buy it in the next 20 minutes, your grades will default to A's. College scholarship right there.
Woo!
We offer a price that's either high or low, up to you to decide. Subscription to the Schrodinger Loop ensures a 1-year cost of $12, and you probably won't fail your class either. But wait, if you call in the next 20 minutes, this comes with a new School Loop app, which defaults all of your grades to an A. Not only are you not failing your class anymore, you are set to go to Harvard. There's more. If you can call and not call in the next instant, we will also give you a scholarship to Harvard as well.
Our proclaimed quantum physicists have translated the mechanics behind the box to apply to students. We now box the grades of a student who buys this product, meaning that they cannot see their grades. This is good because students will never actually be failing a course, simply because they will always have the perfect passing grade of a C upon buying this product.
As we can see, a student has subpar grades right here, but after implementing Schrodinger's loop onto his school loop, we can see that all of his grades are now uncertain, showing how he will be happy with his grades, because he won't have to worry about what he has in all of his classes.
Personally, I love spending time in the jacuzzi. My parents always say I can't spend that much time because my grades aren't that good. But now, ever since I bought the Schrodinger's box, my grades have significantly improved, and now my parents have allowed me to stay in the jacuzzi as long as I want.
Personally, I love, shooting hoops, if you know what I mean. But Schrodinger's box has proved being very helpful. All I have to do now all day is just shoot hoops. The system has been broken. I've won. Fuck it.
Personally, I find that the Schrodinger's box has really helped me. None of my grades are uncertain. My parents let me live in the closet for as long as I want to. I'm a happy, satisfied customer. Thank you, Schrodinger's box.
But wait, if you can call and not call in the same time in the next time t that satisfies the Schrodinger quantum wave equation in eigenvector values on a unified field of general relativity, or in the case of no relativity, a time t that satisfies the Laplacian differential on the wave-particle function, or in layman's terms, the sum of the potential and kinetic energies, with an imaginary term unit in the transient tense. You will also be employed at a company after receiving an education on quantum theory at Harvard, but Schrodinger proved uncertainty, so no promises.
Schrodinger was taught at home by private teachers until he was 11 years old, and then attended Vienna's gymnasium. He went on to enter the University of Vienna, where he focused primarily on the study of physics and was strongly influenced by another young physicist at his school. Eventually, he graduated with a PhD in physics in 1910. Afterward, he worked for a few years at the institution as an assistant, but then was drafted into World War I in 1914 as a scientist, where he served with Austro-Hungarian military forces in Italy as an artillery officer.
Now, Jimmy can get all D's, but he'll still have all A's.
To get the Schrodinger's box, call 1-800-547-3691. 1.
So, knowledge isn't always power. Outsmart the system of school by buying Schrodinger's loop.
Get the Schrodinger's box. Thank you.
Schrodinger's uncertainty principle is one of the most famous and probably misunderstood ideas in physics. It tells us that there's a fuzziness in nature, a fundamental limit to what we can know about the behavior of particles and therefore the smallest scales of nature. Of these scales, the most we can hope for is to calculate probabilities for where things are and how they will behave. Unlike previous physicists such as Isaac Newton, who developed a sort of clockwork universe where everything follows clear-cut laws on how to move and prediction is easy if you know the starting conditions, the uncertainty principle enshrines a level of fuzziness into quantum theory. This idea was pushed forward by Schrodinger and eventually inspired the book On the Perceptual Content of Quantum Theoretical Kinematics and Mechanics. The most familiar form of uncertainty came in a few years later after the publication of this book, where Schrodinger further refined his thoughts in subsequent lectures and papers.